Hello, I'm doing a Halo video. God, it's been a while since I've done one. My whole channel used to be Halo videos. I was a Halo YouTuber. It's been almost 4 months, I think, since I did a dedicated video talking about Halo. The Halo has been in discussion a lot recently after the announcement at Halo Worlds, the HCS, that they are moving to Unreal Engine. Now, this is something that everybody kind of already knew. This isn't new news. It was just confirmation of what had been essentially leaked and rumoured for months now. What came after that was a lot of people saying that they think the first project in Unreal, or one of the projects, because it's actually been revealed that they're working on multiple games at once, which is also a good decision. I'm happy they're doing that. Hopefully we get another ODST style game somewhere. I also wouldn't mind one of the top downs again. They're actually pretty fun little games. Anyway, one of the projects was Halo Combat Evolved Remake. Again. So Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Remake? Anniversary Remake? Remake Anniversary? Remake. I don't know. Why are we doing this? My question is, why? Like, I don't see the desire for another remake of Halo Combat Evolved. Yes, I understand that Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary for the Xbox 360 wasn't the best game ever. Like, it wasn't perfect. A lot of it was just reusing assets from Reach and stuff like that, and there was lots of inconsistencies and just bugs, and in a lot of places they kind of like ruined the atmosphere, especially in the flood areas. Those received like way too much light and things like that. I get that, but I don't think we need to remake it again. Like, personally, I wouldn't buy it. Can we not just get like a Halo 3 remake? You know, if we're gonna remake any Halo game, surely you just move on to Halo 3. It's the one that people have been asking for forever. And in 3 years' time, lots of threes here, in 3 years' time, it'll be the 20-year anniversary of Halo 3. So surely, for Halo 3's 20th anniversary, you make a Halo 3 remake in Unreal, where it's actually going to make a difference. I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand the desire for a Combat Evolved remake, because if you do a Combat Evolved remake, let's play this out, okay? You remake Combat Evolved in Unreal. Then what do you do next? Well, now you have to remake Halo 2, right? You can't just remake Combat Evolved and then jump straight to Halo 3. You gotta do Halo 2 as well. But the Halo 2 remake isn't that old, and graphically it holds up still, especially the cutscenes. So what do we do then? We're gonna remake 1, 2, and 3? By the time you get to 3, it'll be the 30th anniversary of Halo 3. I'll be in a wheelchair or have a stick to walk. I'll be complaining about my back. That I'll be going, oh no, God, me back. I can't sit in this gaming chair for long enough. I'm going to have to play one mission a day. I don't want that. I want to play it now. I want to play it in 3 years' time. For God's sake, I'll be 30 when that comes out. So I just don't understand it, really. And I made a comment on this on Twitter, and a lot of people agreed with me. But there were also some people that disagreed and said it would be a good idea. And there were several arguments. I disagree with a lot of them. But the one argument that I can support, and if this is the plan, I do agree with, good plan. The one argument is that potentially, and there's no proof of this, it's purely speculation. But the argument here is, what if they release them on other platforms too? Like, what if Halo goes to PlayStation after being made on Unreal, and they do it kind of like a soft reboot? They remake Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3. Who knows, by the time we get there, maybe even remake Halo 4 and 5 and whatever, and just kind of put them all on other platforms Actually, don't remake Halo 5. The story was crap. There's nothing you can do to save that game. But yeah, that was the argument. Is like, what if they remake a ton of them in Unreal and they get put onto other platforms as well? Which that's the only argument that I can agree with for remaking them all, or remaking a large chunk of them and not just jumping straight to 3. But besides that one, yeah, and there's no proof of this, purely speculation. I think that's massive amounts of copium. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the reason people think that is because they said, they've got multiple projects in the works. I think that's a massive reach, though. I think the multiple projects are more likely things such as an ODST or Marine experience, a mainline Halo game where you're playing as Chief, and then something else like another top-down or an RTS, or a third-person game, or maybe an AR experience or a VR experience even. Things like that, just to test Halo out in different perspective, different formats, and even, using different characters and things like that. So yeah, I think that's much more likely, and that's also the direction I would want them to go. So yeah, that's kind of it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you would prefer. And yeah, other than that, I mean, Worlds was kind of fun. I watched it, wanted Optic to win. Do think SSG are a bit sus. The amount of times that team has received issues with the game while playing against Optic specifically is very questionable. I think like 4 or 5 disconnects happened between SSG and Optic over the course of this season. Probably needs to be looked into. But who knows? Maybe it's just coincidence and they're just unlucky. But it was fun. I'm not mad that they won. I don't really care anymore these days. So yeah, that's it. Other than that, I mean, the game looks good in Unreal. The environments they created look great. Can't wait to see what comes out of that. And also, I'm not going to really comment on this too much because it's probably a bad idea to do so. I think a friend, someone who worked on my video game with me, told me not to comment on this. But certain members of 343's new team have been receiving backlash or hate comments, etc. on Twitter. That's also something that's been going around. I think people have also been making YouTube videos on this. So yeah, that's something else that I've been seeing, which is wild. I'm not gonna discuss it. I just think it's silly. If the end product we receive is good, that is all that matters. Give them time, let them cook. Let's see what they come up with. Judge it after it's released. That's it. There's nothing else needs to be said on that matter. So yeah. As long as the people aren't doing anything wrong, and as long as the product is good, and there we go. I think some people are treating it as if, the people behind the goddamn game are murderers, which is just not the case. They're just people. So I don't know why, but I thought of that quote from Halo: "Soldiers aren't machines, we're just people." That came into my head when I said that. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all the Halo stuff that's been happening. So yeah, I'll see you in 3 months or 4 months time when I make another Halo video. Bye.